Ever wonder how homeschooling families juggle responsibilities, lessons, meals, and fun? In our house, the kids take care of the animals before we even start bookwork. And Dad and I, well, we need our coffee first. Wait.
I should move. Just what happened because you're not listening.
You see, when I am teaching a new concept to my children, I like to do it on a dry eraser board using contrasting colors because it just makes it much easier to see and understand visually when you're using, particularly in math, when you use contrasting colors. So in this particular math right here, as you can see, is Saxon. It's 6th grade. My child is in the 6th grade. And whenever I have to teach a new concept, as I said, I write it on the board. I use this math because it is a simple text, black and white. You see the pages, everything is just black and white. You have the explanation in the beginning, and then you just have the problems, story problems, and the actual new concept that's been taught. And I switched to Saxon from Abeka for one particular child because Abeka is very colorful and it has a lot of little cartoon characters on it and a lot of little sayings and things that are very distracting towards her. So that's why I had to switch her off Abeka onto this. But anyway, as I was saying, what I do when I want to teach that new concept, I take the dry eraser board and I use the practice problems that Saxon provides. They provide about 10 practice problems before they actually do the lesson. And so I tend to go through those practice problems with the child. And this particular concept is dividing mixed numbers. So I teach my child how to divide a mixed number by actually showing them how to multiply and then flip the divisor. And this is what I mean. I write 3. I tell them to bring the first fraction down, change. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this. Contrast. Change the symbol that tells you what to do from a division to a multiplying, because that's the opposite. Then you turn your mixed fraction into an improper fraction. You do that by going 1 times 2 plus 1 becomes 3 over 2. But we know we have to flip that in order to make it a multiplication problem, in order to get the true value. So we change our second fraction into an improper fraction, and then we flip it, use the inverse of that particular fraction, which would be 2 over 3. And with that, by doing that, we're able to cancel out our denominators and our numerators of our fractions, which will make it easier when we multiply. And my children learned that 2 and 4 are multiples of each other, and they share common denominators, and you can use the smallest common denominator to cancel them out, and which is the number 2. 2 divided by itself is 1. 4 divided by 2, it's 2. And then also 3 and 3, of course, same thing. 3 divided by itself is 1. 3 divided by itself is 1. Then we multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, of course. 2 times 1 is 2. So with the contrasting colors, they can see the work that we did, that we changed the symbol and we flipped it over, and we got our answer, which is 1/2. And if I want to check it, what I do is I'll just have them add 3/4 and 3/4 and see what we get. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, 6 over 4 equals 1 and 2 over 4, which is the same as 1 and 1/2. I usually have them go through that just to have them check to make sure, so that they can actually visually see what the work that they've done. And that is how I teach a new concept in math. I hope that helps. Here are a few things that we have learned. That tomorrow is coming where we can try again. Don't give up. Don't give in. Try again. Also, sometimes I need to just step back and pray about that thing. I need to sleep on it. I need to lay back and just listen. And many times things have been settled in my mind to where I can understand it after I have slept on it, prayed about it, and talked to God about it. And He has revealed it. Or sometimes He shows me. I have to know when to reach out for help. Because remember, I am a homeschooling mom. We are homeschooling mothers, but that doesn't mean we know everything, and we don't have to know everything. But there's always someone out there that will know what you don't, and that is willing. They are willing to help you. So don't ever discount that. Don't ever feel like you are less than, because you're not. You can do it. And remember, my goal is always to help the new homeschooler. So don't forget, anything that you need help with, any questions that you may have, click my link down below to where you can schedule a call with me, because I am excited to help the new homeschooling parent. Okay? Don't forget that. Okay, so I'm going to see you another time. But meanwhile, check up at the top of this video. I don't know if it's on the left or the right, but whichever, to look at my related videos. And make sure you share it with your friends and your homeschooling group, so they'll know that there's someone out here that is willing to help them. And I may be the one that can help them understand the thing better than the next person. Don't forget, I'm Homeschool Mom of 8, and I will see you soon. Happy homeschooling.